Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Nick, and today I am building another house in The Sims 4. This one is a recreation of a house from real life. It's a celebrity's home. Sometimes I do that. I've built Lady Gaga's house before, I've built Rihanna's house. I've recreated the murder house from American Horror Story. So sometimes I love building houses from the real world that inspire me. This one you may recognize from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It belongs to 13 season long cast member OG from Beverly Hills, Kyle Richards. She's married to Mauricio Umansky, or was married to for a very long time. He has his own show on Netflix, I believe, called Buying Beverly Hills, so you may be familiar with either of them. Not too important for this build itself, but helps add a little bit of context into where I saw it, why I was inspired by it, and I think very, very quickly, if you haven't already, you will understand why I love this house so much. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's a colonial style mansion. Right now it is not even half the size of what it will be once I add on some of the extensions to it, but I tried to recreate it as true to the actual home as possible. As always, when you're building something from real life in The Sims, there's some challenges. You can't get the proportions right. Obviously, we don't have all the same windows and doors and colors that we may want to, so you kind of have to make do, but I am beyond pleased with how this house turned out. I think it is stunning. I think it gives everything that the original house gives. There will be reference pictures, one or two sprinkled throughout, but if you've watched Beverly Hills, you'll recognize the house, at least as long as they've lived in it. Some fun facts about this house: it is actually located in Encino, which is a affluent neighborhood or affluent town in the Los Angeles area, explaining why it's featured on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That's one of my favorite shows. I've loved it, seen every season, huge fan. And ever since they moved into this house, I knew I had to recreate it at some point in The Sims, and that day has finally come. Other facts about this house: it has, my recreation, has 5 bedrooms, 6-ish bathrooms. There's 5 full bathrooms and there are 3 half bathrooms, so for simplicity's sake, let's just call it 6. There are 3 floors, actually there's 4 floors, 3 floors in a basement, because the real home has a basement. And when I was designing the floor plan, I tried to keep it as similar as possible to the real estate pictures that I was looking at and what I recall from the show. Just so, honestly, I figured, why not? I think if I'm recreating it, might as well try my hardest to make it the same. Inside, I don't do that always, but this one is fun, especially because it's so big. I wanted to see if I could get it just right, and I think I did. The 3rd floor, which has those dormers, are actually not accessible. If you wanted them to be, you could easily add a ladder. Speaking of where to find this build, there is a download link in the description for the tray files if you want to download it that way. You can also find it on the Sims 4 gallery under my user ID at @NickLastGame. I don't use any custom content in the build, so as long as you have many of the packs, nothing will be missing. If you don't have all the same packs as me, don't worry, the game will just recreate it with items that you do have, or there may be a few things missing, but you can totally get the same effect for a colonial home, even with just base game. And I think that'd be really cool. So if you download this and you recreate it or change anything, let me know. Tag me. My socials are Nick Game on everything, and I would love to see what you do with it. This house. Everyone, this one is just, it's so big, it's so grand, it is stately, it just seems to never end. It keeps getting bigger and bigger. I decided to not match the landscaping of the actual house. The entire home itself is as close to real life as I could get it, but landscaping and outdoor furnishing, that's too hard. So I kind of took some creative liberties there. The whole property is fenced, and it has a really large lap pool that I'm going to be adding in just a little bit once I move on to the landscaping, which isn't too far away. You can see there's a lot of porches and patios, walkways leading you all around the property. There's also quite a few balconies. One of them is entirely connected to the primary suite. Another one is connected to a guest suite. Lots and lots of outdoor living space. It cost 140,000 simoleons, not including any of the furnishings inside because it is empty. But when you download it, you can go in and totally customize it however you want it to be. There are plenty of bathrooms all over, and I really, really like the floor plan of the house. I think that it is perfect for entertaining because the flow between spaces is really great. Every room is gigantic, especially the first floor. Lots and lots and lots of room. The second floor, each bedroom has a walk-in closet and a bathroom. There's a separate office space that has its own bathroom attached. The basement has what I imagine to be like a living and bar area, a bathroom, a laundry room, and also a movie theater. Again, I haven't actually furnished it yet, so none of the furniture's in there, but that's my intention, and it's fully lit. I added curtains to everything. I just did a few small touches to make it feel like something you could go in and just, add some chairs, add the kitchen of your dreams, and really customize to whoever you want to move in here. I wanted to prioritize privacy on the outside because I think, even though in The Sims I don't think we have burglars, but when you have a property so luxurious, your privacy would be valuable. You have a pool that you don't want people looking into. You have all these nice, it's a really nice house. You want to keep it safe. So I added a really big hedge fence around it with some brick borders. That's something I do on quite a few of my houses. If I'm fencing it in, I'll usually make the corners a different material. I think that it adds a really classy, luxurious effect to it because it just separates it a bit. You also can see that the hedges are there, so I doubled up with even more hedges to add some extra privacy. I think it turned out really, really nice. It just makes a house feel less intimidating, if that makes any sense, because a house of this scale is just beyond ginormous. It is certainly a mansion, and I wanted it to still feel like a nice family home, and that is part of the charm I find in the house. Whenever I see it on TV, it's huge. It is just what everyone would dream of when they think of a giant colonial mansion. And when I was researching for the build, I learned that they actually added an extension to it. So the house was not anywhere near as big as it is now. And I don't know if it was Kyle and Mauricio who built the addition or whoever owned the house before them, but a lot of the back half of the house was added at a later date because I saw some pictures of it from before that was on there, and it totally threw me off at first when I was trying to match it up. I was like, wait, that doesn't look like the back of the house. I couldn't find a good reference picture online for the back of the house. This specific portion where it has the second floor is this entirely expansive balcony patio space, but that's okay. Anyways, how are you doing? It is currently 10 o'clock on Saturday night when I'm recording this. I wanted to get the video up for you as soon as possible because if I was looking for this house online, I don't think you'll find a better recreation than this. I haven't looked, but I'm really, really confident in my version of it. So I hope that you are just as pleased. We're almost done with the video. There are plenty of screenshots for you to watch and see some really cool angles of the house that you might not have paid too close of attention to when it's just zooming through. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. Let me know if there's something you want me to build in the future. I love getting your suggestions, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment for more. It really lets me know that you're enjoying what I'm doing. See ya!